dark though. We got a very bright sky today. I'm gonna adjust the camera real quick. Let's see here. Point it down a little. Well, we got a bright background for once. It's not overcast, rainy, and nasty like it was yesterday. I see us on the computer now, so I think we're bright enough. Maybe if you can't see our faces, let us know. All right, so welcome everybody. It is January the 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this live now, welcome. Thank you for chatting with us. We do this every single Sunday afternoon when we can. Every now and then we have to skip, and we basically just chat, hang out with you, do a little cooking, answer some of your questions. If you're watching this back later, by all means leave a comment. We just may not be able to get to you instantly. We might not be live. So as y'all can see, we have a fire in the background, although I'm kind of blocking it with my big old head here. We've actually had a cool weekend in Florida. It hit 29 or 30 this morning. They were calling for a lot colder. Luckily, it didn't get to that. I was worried about my pipes freezing up. And yesterday was disgusting. I mean, overcast, cold, windy. Looked like it was going to rain in any minute. Just that dreary old nasty weather all day long. We got a sunny day today, we're getting a sunny day tomorrow, and then it rains again, big chance, Tuesday, another cold front coming through, back into 30s, so winter is here for a little bit. We've been burning the heck out of some firewood because of it. So I see we have quite a few people on this week, quite a few familiar faces that hasn't made the last few. That's the way it goes. I see Rehab Life and Cash. I know they haven't been able to make the last few. There's Ralph. We haven't heard from him in quite a while, so welcome. If y'all have any comments, ask them. If I miss them, by all means, ask them again. We'll make sure that we get back to you. Can you see me all right? I feel like we're so dark.
On my screen, it's dark.
All right.
Yeah.
I may have to just adjust the camera down. It's picking up all that bright grass. Let's see here. That might be a little better. Okay, that's better. Once this camera shoots up at the sky, even though I'd love for y'all to see the beautiful sky, yeah, it washes out. It can't handle it. So I'm seeing crazy temperatures. Levi says it was minus 11 at their place yesterday. Then I'm seeing 38, 28. And somebody from South Dakota just told me that it is 54 up there. That's what it is. That's what it is here in Florida.
54?
54 in South Dakota. You just think that far north that it would just be freezing. But I have a feeling probably as soon as this cold front comes through in a day or two, it's going to be freezing up there. So I see Mr. Doug's on. Awesome. He got to make a live stream. Everybody knows Mr. Doug and asked about Mr. Doug and Cash and a few others every single week. So welcome, Mr. Doug. Hopefully you're doing well. And thank you for getting on here and chatting with us. And I'm seeing a lot of people finally made a live stream. So I don't know what it is about tonight, but yeah, there's quite a few people jumping on already.
What do we got? 98.
We're about to hit 100 and flying. It's usually middle of the live stream or later before everybody gets to jump on. I've seen everybody talking about snow, all kinds of stuff. So Cash says it's Bullet's chair next to the fire. It is. We're having a hard time setting everything up, but Bullet is right here behind me eating by the fire. He keeps running and grabbing his little nuggets. And he loves the way that fire pot feels, so he keeps warming up beside it right now.
Yeah, we try to get as close to the fire as we could tonight because it is a little cold.
Yeah, and I can actually feel the fire on the back of my old head right here.
Good.
Yeah, it does feel good. It's been windy all day long. It's finally starting to lay right now. And a lot of people have asked about Bullet this week. You know, he's had a hurt foot that he's been struggling with for a while. I've been getting a lot of comments about that. Yeah. Today is the first day in the last probably week and a half he's actually running on his other foot now. He had to take him another vet visit last week. They got him on a different type of antibiotic. And 3 days into it, it seems like he's responding quite well to it. It's the first day we've seen him putting pressure on that. He just keeps having an infected toenail, affected toe.
Yeah,
we don't really know what it is.
It's like in the actual toe, though.
Yeah, so doctor said if this doesn't get him straight, they may have to actually lance it and kind of go inside. So we're hoping these antibiotics get him straight. But he's doing good. A lot of people have asked, so I thought I'd mention that. Let's see here. So Ralph says, man, he's been in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh gosh, Ralph.
Yeah, sickness has been catching everybody here lately. Y'all seen I just posted my video of the septic system, and I had a close friend of mine that got like knocked down bad. Actually had to wind up going to the ER and getting on IV and everything else. So sickness is running around like crazy. Y'all be careful, stay safe with all that. And it ain't even necessarily COVID. It's horrible stomach bugs and just back to your typical flu and viruses and everything else that's running around right now. So James says they got 3 inches of snow in Raleigh, North Carolina yesterday. That's where my aunt lives. I did not know that. I need to check on her and see if she enjoyed her snow day that she had. Hopefully, gave her a snow day from work right there.
Oh, I meant to tell you, there was some videos in like Clay Hill and Jacksonville area. They got some snow flurries last night.
How about that?
Yeah.
So we actually did get a little snow in Florida last night.
Yeah, little snow flurries.
I didn't see the stuff, but she's just now telling me about it. They were calling for potential snow here on Friday. We were excited about that. We was talking about last live stream, but it wound up being about 3 to 4 degrees warmer than they were calling for, and we didn't get our snow. We just got nasty weather and very cold for Florida standards. So it is what it is. Everybody keeps offering to send me their snow that they have up there, but I don't want snow. I just want a little dusting, and then we're done with it. Because as someone said earlier, they're from Texas. When it snows, people forget how to drive and don't have a clue what to do. That's the same way in Florida. We see it so rarely. We don't have a clue how to act when there's snow. Well, I know how to act. I'm staying home, gonna lay up in the bed or something. Oh goodness. So Cash says just put duct tape on old bullets, Paul, and it'll be good as new. Cash, duct tape does a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's necessarily going to fix bullets' little problem right there.
Andrew said I should paper mache him a cast.
Yeah, I told her that. I was like, let's save some money. You know, we're working on the house, make him a paper mache cast, and we'll be good to go right there. That's basically what it is anyways. So John says, love the raised beds you built. I'm assuming you're probably watching some older videos that I'm releasing over on Facebook right now. I'm trying to do that to plug some content in over there because, heck, I'm 100, 200 videos short of all the content that we've made on Facebook because we started it so late. But thank you for that. Actually, we just pulled some stuff out of the garden today. Keep forgetting to show you all a video. The garden just looks so ugly right now. But we have beautiful, and I mean beautiful, broccoli heads out there right now.
There's a head out there that's like this big.
Gorgeous,
right now.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
We got to hurry up and eat them, though, because if we get a few warm days, they'll seed out on us.
Cabbage, about this big, and then another one a little bit smaller.
That's right. Some nice cabbages coming on out there.
Romaine.
Yeah, we've been eating the heck out of lettuce over the last few months, so that's out there. What else we got? We even got a few onions growing well this year. We got some that are like that, and we were just experimenting with that. I didn't even plant these. She heard from a patient, I guess it was, that if you cut the end of an onion off, that little sliver with the roots on it, and go outside and plant it, that it would grow. And it works, y'all. It absolutely works. You don't even have to buy onion bulbs or nothing. Just buy you a bag of onions from the store, chop them up, eat them, go plant the little root end out there, and here comes the onions.
We got them a little too close. I guess we didn't assume that they were going to get so big.
Yeah.
So it's just like a cluster of onions.
We're figuring it out. I'm more excited about a springtime garden than I am fall garden anyways. That's where we get the really good stuff. Speaking of that, spring will be here before you know it. And we have a 25 or 30 cubic foot freezer that's slap full of vegetables.
I'm working on it.
So there's Mr. Doug doing his thing. Most generous guy I know without a doubt. Says, father and son grapple fun. Your dad needs one too.
Oh, wow.
Everybody kept mentioning that. They was watching where I was cutting firewood with Dad the other day. And yeah, Dad could use one too. Now, Dad has a much nicer root rake than I do. He's got the new version from the same company I got mine from. And it's got really long teeth, and it tends to hold the wood a whole lot better than mine. Mine's more of a, root rake, and his actually, I don't know, it's like a grapple without the actual hydraulic function, but it's got really nice teeth that hold. But I'll let him know that. Actually, he watches every single live stream. I think he watches them tomorrow. He's always a day late. Yeah. And I'll just tell him, that's not what you meant. That was just for me. And maybe he won't see that. But my dad absolutely knows who you are, Mr. Doug. He knows how generous you are. So thank you so much for that. We truly do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. So everybody's saying yum for broccoli and everything else. I see there's Cheese Chris done made it tonight.
Yeah, that's his new name.
Yeah, Cheese Chris. That's all he cares about is cheese. See, everybody thinking Mr. Doug, that's exactly right. Pay it forward, makes the world a better place. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
We totally believe in that.
So we got Teresa that just jumped on from Kerrville, Texas. Welcome. Thank you so much for getting on and chatting with us tonight. And let's see here. So happy to see you. So Crystal is on, says, happy to see everyone tonight. Glad you're all here. Thanks for your support to the Kelleys. Thank you, Crystal. You've been extremely generous with your comments, things that you've sent us.
And helping us out.
Yeah, and helping us out. And Crystal's one of our newest moderators. I appreciate her getting on and helping kind of keep things, moderated. We'll just say that.
Encouraged and going. I mean, she's always encouraging the likes.
Yep, she is. Absolutely.
Saying hello to everybody.
She is one of our biggest cheerleaders. I'll give you that, without a doubt. And I hate to say it, maybe I don't want to put it out there in the atmosphere, but the live streams have been kind of good here lately. No spam and crazy junk. So we appreciate y'all keeping an eye out for us, the people that are moderating. But we've actually been on a pretty good spell of not having junk interrupt us here lately. So Cash says, can't wait to see Mr. Doug on a fishing video, maybe a live stream. We're still trying to get Mr. Doug down here. Maybe we can get him here. I guess maybe he's waiting on his loft to be done, or Chris and Cash's room, I should say. Maybe they'll let Mr. Doug sleep in it, and I'll be happy to carry him on a fishing trip. Maybe we can get him to slip on one of these live streams one day. So Steve says, great to make a live stream. Greetings from Lehigh Acres. It's cold here, but not as cold as you guys are. It's not supposed to get this cold in Southwest Florida. Enjoying all your videos. You didn't just say Lehigh Acres, did you? For the snow?
No.
Okay.
Jacksonville, Middleburg.
Jacksonville, Middleburg. My bad.
Yeah.
Nope. But I can tell you what, it's quite chilly for Florida standards. Now, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take this because December was so warm, so hot. We hardly even had a fire. Wintertime, it's supposed to be cold. I don't want to be out here sweating every day. As you can see, it got so warm over the last many weeks. The grass was coming back green, but now we're getting frost after frost after frost. It's going to kill all this back off and go brown again. But heck, my blueberries and everything else was even budding out. It got so warm there for a while. Let's see here. So One Arm Hunter said he just hit 100 subscribers on his channel.
Nice.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yep, he's been another constant viewer that's on here and supporting us. So congratulations. Hey man, baby steps. That's the way it is. We're still working toward a big goal ourselves. Next thing you know, it's 1,000, then 10,000. So keep at it without a doubt. So Robert asked if I considered doing a wood boiler for your heat and hot water. No, and to be honest with you, down here in Florida, I don't know of a single person that's ever had a wood boiler here. I'm not saying nobody hasn't. They're just not common here at all. It's just so warm. It's just not something you think of at all. I'm familiar with them only because of watching other firewood channels on YouTube and seeing people run them. So no, that it's not something I've considered. I have thought about other wood powered devices. Maybe we might have some projects in the works coming on the channel one of these days, but I have thought about other things. Let's see here. So Rick says he's seen my twin brother last week in St. Petersburg.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're going to have to introduce me to him because I didn't know I had a twin brother. But he must have been one good-looking guy, Rick. Right?
We need pictures.
So Bill asked another very common question I've been getting this week. Now that your septic is done, are they letting you pull electricity to the pole? I'm not going to call for that, and here's why. I think if I'd have had septic a while back, I would have got power. But it was also kind of hinted around to me, technically I should have my running water and plumbing completely done. Well, there's one big holdup from putting our vanities in and hooking up sinks. Well, we got to get countertops for the kitchen, and flooring has to go down. So since I have temporary power over at the house right now, HVAC's running, everything's good, I'm not going to press the issue on permanent power. It benefits me none at the moment. So I might as well wait until everything is close to wrapped up. I'm getting multiple final inspections, and then one of the final inspections I'll call in is, hey, can I just disconnect the temporary power? Tell the power company to get out here and hook me up to permanent power. So no, not necessarily any point in pushing the issue right now. So Brad asked, how was the drive to Alabama to get the tongue and groove pine? It was actually a pretty decent drive. It really was. Don't get me wrong, it's boring. The majority of it was interstate driving down I-10. But once you get out in West Florida, I forget how beautiful West Florida is. Rolling hills, ravines, hollers, just not what you think about for Florida. So I did enjoy that part of the drive. And I should say too, we're on a hold-up phase right now for doing the tongue and groove pine because the weather has not been cooperative at all. This has been the nicest day we've had, even though it didn't even get out of the 50s. And I have almost 1,000 square feet of tongue and groove pine that I need to spray and poly coat multiple times. And I'm going to do all that out in the yard. That's not something I want to do inside the home. So having all these 20 and 30 and 40 degree days, all the wind, it's just not been conducive for me getting out and polying. This week is about to rain and get nasty again. So it's probably going to be realistically next week or the week after, whenever the weather permits, that I can get a couple nice days, poly coat everything. But what I am going to do this week is I'm going to go ahead and get in there with the lift and start putting up all my furring strips and prepping and getting the ceiling ready for the pine. So once it's dry, we're going to start cutting and nailing that stuff in. So there's a lot of work going on there. We also have the tile guy that reached out to me. We talked about that on last week's live stream. Finally got a hold of him. I just did some prep work, installed my shower valve, got a lot of stuff ready there. I've got to edit that video and get it out Tuesday. So we're about to have some more big projects going on again, without a doubt.
But countertops, we're kind of...
Countertops, yeah. We
need to really figure out what we're going to do there.
We really do. We went and looked at some more countertops last night. I'd say we're more confused now than we were last week. It went from, we were set on granite, then everybody kind of talks out of granite. Then we went to solid surface, and then people were like, hey, you maybe should consider granite. And
I
then,
think I'm back to the solid surface again now.
Yeah,
because
then we started
I do want to go with such a light color that, and you know how much I love to cook, and I'm messy when I cook.
Yeah.
So I probably need to go with something that's more secure with not staining.
Well, then we started looking at quartz, but there's only one place I've seen quartz be reasonably priced. Well, none of it's reasonable. I don't know. I guess we're back to solid surface because it can flex, it's man-made, it can handle more of the heat than granite, doesn't stain. So we're still undecided on that. So let me not skip Mr. Robert Gray, another extremely generous donor here, and constantly commenting and supporting us, always having kind words. Just made a very generous donation. Says congratulations on hitting 40,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for that. What are you laughing at me for?
Because Andrew was...
What? What's she like? Oh, that day?
That one night you were like, we're at $39.99.
Yeah. So whenever y'all see our subscriber count, it rounds up for y'all. I have a studio platform that tells me the exact number of subscribers.
And it sat there for like an hour
No,
or two,
no. It sat there for 5 or 6. I kid you not. We hit 39,999 subscribers. Everybody starts telling me, congratulations, congratulations. And I'm a specific guy. I was like, I'm not posting nothing until we hit 40. And we sat for 5 or 6 hours at 39,999. And it was finally late that night. We hit 40, and I quickly posted on that community tab, thank y'all so much. So I'm sure a lot of people were wondering why I wasn't celebrating it. I wasn't going to celebrate nothing until it was official, but man, it hung up forever. That was driving me crazy. Oh, it was driving me crazy. So Ben says, good evening. Good to see that your septic is done. Can't wait to see the rest of the house build. Yes, so excited to get the septic off the list. I actually knocked that big dirt pile down today and did some leveling out there, which I can't drive on the septic or the drain field. We're going to have to let that naturally settle with the rain, but did a lot of work around there. It's very nice to have that done. So once we get, showers and flooring done and we start hooking up sinks and toilets, man, it's a livable home at that point. It's there before you know it. And we still have some big projects done. Everybody keeps telling me to hurry up because I need to hit their February dates. We're not making February, so sorry if you chose the house date of February. There ain't no way I'm hitting February. But March, possibly April, for sure doable. We're just going to have to see how the next couple of months go right there. And Joe says his guess of January 19th date for certificate of occupancy.
COA.
Yeah, COA came and gone. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that, my friend. I didn't never think I was going to be able to hit January. My guess has always been March 22nd. No rhyme or reason why. I've just pulled that out of thin air. End of March, April. Maybe April is even more realistic. I don't know. We're going to see what kind of weather we get and keep plugging forward over the next couple of months. Now, keep in mind, certificate of occupancy means you've met all legal required criteria and inspections that you can now legally move in. It doesn't mean every piece of trim's in, every nail's been driven, every wall's been painted or whatever. So keep that in mind. The house may not officially be done. It was easy for me to pick the inspector date of here's your paper, I'm not coming out here no more as the winner. That way we're keeping it nice and somebody else choosing the date, not me. So let's just say it that way. So we'll see. We're getting there. My goal is house done before summer. I'm not working another summer building a home. That like to killed me last summer. Oh my goodness. All them 90-something 100-degree days out there working on it. I don't want to work on a house ever again through a summer. No. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying granite's timeless. I know. Quartz. I'm seeing, quartz is nice. Countertop, solid surface is good stuff also. Can get whatever you want man-made. Yep. I think the biggest thing is what always sold us on granite was that natural stone look.
Yeah,
and
that's what I like.
You can get that in solid surface, but nothing beats the real thing, let's be honest. But there is some major selling points to solid surface that we like. It's flexible, well, to a point. compared to stone, which just snaps and breaks. We're doing large bar top overhangs with seating area and stools. So I'm concerned about all that overhang. Again, the ceiling, the staining, the hot pots. There's lots of things that scare us with granite, but I know a lot of y'all have had really good luck with it too. And quartz, it pretty much eliminates all that, but holy moly, at $100 a square foot, it eliminates it. 80, 90, so we got a lot of stuff to kick around and consider. Let's see. Yeah, so Kevin said it would have been funny to watch me sitting there waiting on 40,000. I'm telling you, it's about every 15 seconds I'd refresh. Golly, refresh. Are you kidding me?
Like, we're still at 39.
Are you kidding me? Refresh. Oh my goodness gracious, it was driving me crazy. Let's see here. So Mr. Doug asked, have I hired a tile guy for the shower? I have. I've brought it's been such a struggle for a tile guy. I'm telling y'all have no idea. It's been one of the hardest things to get for a home. Called around for months, couldn't get people to call me back. Nobody would show up. Asking people, doing Facebook posts, looking for a tile guy. It was crazy. Everybody telling me they're booked up, can't get to me till April or May. People just not calling back. Finally had one guy come out and gave me the most unrealistic quote I've ever heard in my life. Like, just insane. Just an insane quote. And that was the first person I could finally get to show up. So I was just feeling deflated, thinking, all right, I'm going to have to do this, even though I hate doing tile, and I really want a professional job on the shower. I really do. Long story short, finally had another guy call me back that I've been reaching out to. He come over. I've seen some of his work. He did a shower for a friend. We shook hands, and he's telling me he can start most likely, maybe, I don't know if it's going to be this week, but I think it's going to be around the first week in February. So yes, we finally found somebody, and it's been the biggest struggle of the entire house build. I'm telling you, it's taken me probably 4 months just to get a handshake and get somebody over here to do a tile shower. I don't know what's going on in the world right now. It's crazy. And I hear my voice cracking because my throat's dry. Give me just 1 second.
All right, I'm going to answer a question that we finally have been getting is what's for dinner?
Yeah, you talk for a second. I'm cotton mouth.
For dinner tonight, we are going to do Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches on the Blackstone. And that's credit to the Wall Twins. I watched them on YouTube, and they have really good Blackstone recipes, so that's what we're going to try tonight.
Well, we'll give them credit if it's any good. So, yeah, everybody's crazy Chick-fil-A sandwich. You know, we have all seen the lines wrapped 4 miles around the block for this sandwich.
Yeah.
We're going to see if we can try to duplicate it.
I like Zaxby's better, but it is good. But either way, mine
I have no
better.
preference. I prefer not waiting a mile-long line. I like anybody's chicken sandwich. How about that? So, yeah, that's what we're going to try on the Blackstone. Let's see how this works out. I think it's going to be amazing either way. I'm willing to try it. Heck yeah. So Joshua brings up a good point. I wouldn't worry about your overhang. Those slabs ship from all over the world, and they're massive. You're right, and they're not usually busted up in a bunch of pieces. But I just have big concerns of friends coming over, elbows on the counter. You know, people just tend to lean, jump up. Next thing you know, they're sitting on the counter. People just don't think. And then you've got this slab of stone that's only that thick, hanging that far out. If that were to snap, I would snap.
Oh my
I would
gosh.
lose it. Then you've got to tear up a several $1,000 countertop and redo it. Oh, I just cringe thinking about that. Oh, well,
I don't think anybody's going to be sitting on our counter, but
you just never know. All right, so we just had somebody jump on all the way from Norway. Welcome. I think you're the first person that at least I know of has jumped on from Norway. So beautiful country over there. I'm sure it's freezing cold, but absolutely gorgeous country that you have there. And Mike's Adventures brings up something else that's been a very popular question. Why not DIY concrete countertops? Well, the reason why is this lady has a specific look she's going for, and she's going to get it.
yeah.
Happy wife, happy life. Yeah.
There are some things I'm a little particular about.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to let me do the DIY concrete
That's why we're
countertop.
having a hard time finding
Now,
the Korean countertops is because I want a certain, look to
and
it.
every time she picks one out that she thinks she likes, it's the most expensive one on the board. Every time. Every time. She finally found one the other night she liked. It was more than quartz. I was like, are you kidding? Quartz is the best there is. It was more than quartz. She's like, well, I like that one. I'm like, I don't like that one. Now, DIY concrete countertops could be a good idea for the outside kitchen area.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is something I really will kick around and consider that. Be an awesome video and project to do on the channel.
I'd have to see pictures
Yeah.
to know what it's
Well,
like.
keep in mind, you've already got concrete's kind of gray. We've already got concrete porch. We've already got gray colored house. Well, when you seal it, it turns gray. I think it may blend in and work just fine. We'll have to kick that around. That may be an option for outside.
I thought we were gonna do wood maybe.
I don't know. With the way this house bill's going, we probably ain't making it to the kitchen anytime soon. We're gonna have them ugly pipes sticking out of the wall. Y'all just see me trim around for a while. Yep, see, concrete. Here comes all those questions. So we'll see. And Uncle Tim says they have soapstone countertops in their house in Vermont, and they have corian in Texas. Soapstone, just another stone. I think it's a very nice stone if I remember correctly. And he says he likes the solid surface much better. And he also had granite and didn't care for it. Uncle Tim, I like your thinking. He's pushing us toward that solid surface, which we think we may want. We don't know. And Joshua says most granite's 3 centimeters thick. There's plywood underneath, but he sees my point. That's right. I understand there's going to be some supports underneath to keep it from breaking, but I just cringe at the thought of just busting a huge, beautiful slab. We'll see. So Jonathan says, check out Matt Reisinger. I watch a lot of his stuff on the Build Show. He has a unique solution for large overhangs with granite and quartz. I do need to check that out. I actually watched one of his videos early this morning or late last night. I can't remember, but a lot of good useful information from his show. I like it a lot. And Mr. Doug says he has a full slab on his island. Half is open as a table and never had an issue with it cracking. It's tough. Well, that's good to know. I'm sure it all will be good. Y'all know me. I'm particular. I have a little bit of OCD, and I let things like that bother me that I shouldn't. So we'll see. So Darren and Joanne says, hope you guys are doing well. House is coming along great. We're doing excellent. Thank you so much for checking on us. And Crystal says, just an FYI, Blackstones went from $3.99 to $4.49 now. That's insane.
I've seen that.
And we paid $2.79 or $2.99 for ours. Everything is going back up again. I've been hitting Lowe's and Home Depot like crazy. Lumber is flying back up. It was either 5/8 or 3/4 plywood, and Home Depot was $66. Just insane. I just bought a couple 100 feet of 4-inch PVC to do the gutter install. We're going to pop it out away from the house, and we'll get to that this week. It's done went up like crazy. Just flew up over the last week. PVC's on its way back up. So here we go again, y'all. The only thing that makes me feel better about all this stuff going up is now I'm glad that we didn't wait to build a house, because it just doesn't seem to be any end in sight. There's no relief. We had the little couple months of lumber dropping down. Now it's flying up again, and nothing else has dropped that I've seen. So this is such a tough time to build a home.
Right. I'm glad that we did, because we'd been sitting here going, what the heck?
We would have been waiting another 3-4 years, I'm afraid, for a housing crash or something to be able to afford to build a house. She says, absolutely not. I ain't staying in that camper no more. No, it's just so tough to build right now. I know a lot of y'all are, and all you're looking for it. I hate it. I really hate it. I hate all this stuff that's going on right now. Oh, so Mr. Doug, again with his extreme generosity here, always thinking of Miss Tiffany. He sure is. He says just made an extremely generous donation there. Said Tiffany's dinner fund. Y'all need a night out.
Thank you.
Well, I will admit we did go out last night. We did go out and hang out with some friends that we haven't seen in quite a while.
We did. He did treat me last night.
Yeah, and we went to Wahoo Seafood and Grill. We've never been there before. We've always heard about it because we live in Florida. We usually go to the coast to like local real seafood joints. They had some things we liked, some things we didn't like, but the atmosphere was pretty cool. Live music and all what she loves. I love live music. So we had a good time out. So thank you very much for that.
Mr. Doug.
I promise you, we'll go out to dinner again.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite things to do is to go out to dinner.
We'll take Andrew out to dinner because he needs a break. He has been working his butt off. So.
No, that's just Tiffany's fun. You'll just
we'll treat you to
you'll just want to go where I want to go one night, right?
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, where you want to go.
Yeah, whatever. We both like the same places. It'll be good. So thank you very much, Mr. Doug, for your generosity. Thank you so much. So Mark says, boo, Crystal, on the price increases. I don't think Crystal can help the price increase there on those, but I really hate hearing that. To think something has went up that much. It's just, golly, my goodness. And Mike says they just set their personal record for 1 week's worth of grocery. With cash, he means. As in, not a good record, I'm sure. Yeah, groceries, another thing that's went through the roof. I can remember back when we first got married. What did we spend?
$400.
I think it was
a month.
I think it was more like $300 a month was our grocery budget, y'all. No
It
problem.
wasn't bad.
Now, if we ain't spending $1,000 plus, now our grocery budget includes all the soaps and shampoos and razors and everything else, but
The necessities.
it is absolutely more than tripled over the last few years that we've been married. This is crazy. Has y'all's income tripled? I bet
I'm
it has.
holding off on an order right now because I just spent a large order.
We might have to grow a bigger garden, and I might have to go do a little more hunting out there.
Make some soaps and.
Yeah, no kidding. So Sharon says if I take her to McDonald's, we can really stretch that money out. You know, you would think that's not the case anymore either. Speaking of that, blew my mind. I never eat fast food joints. I just don't like fast food, never cared for it. I've been spoiled my whole life. I've always had good women in my life that cook good meals. But when we went all the way out to Alabama the other day to get that Tone Groove Pine, we come back, we stopped at a gas station, and there was a Burger King over there. So I told my buddy, let's just whip in there real quick, get something so we can hit the interstate and get on back home. I could not believe that a combo now for a burger, they were like $11 and $12. Wasn't it just $6 for a combo?
Yeah, but then it jumped to $9, and then now, yeah.
It was $11 and $12. I could not believe that. Fast food, man. I bet there ain't even a dollar menu anymore. I don't know, but I seriously doubt there is.
I actually don't think there is because I went to Hardee's the other day for lunch and I was looking, I'm like, I just want something small just to get me through the rest of the day. And I didn't even see a dollar menu, so I got the $5 menu.
Those days are over is what we're learning. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And now it's not the Dollar Tree anymore, it's $1.25.
The $1.25 tree? That's
Yeah.
a crazy name. It's going to be the 20 tree here before long the way things are going. Oh my goodness. Hey. So DeVault says lumber's so expensive he's afraid to start a deer blind this year. I can tell you, fun projects you just about have to put on hold right now. It's just insane what stuff's starting to cost. So Patrick asked, how's Tiffany liking the kitchen so far?
I am liking it a lot, actually. I'm really envisioning where everything's gonna go, and I got plenty of room for everything, and the cabinets are gorgeous. I'm really loving it.
Yeah.
And you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ow, why'd you kick me? She didn't kick me. So Miss Shauna says, a great couple. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We love you all and truly do appreciate the time that y'all spend with us and investing in us. Y'all really are, whether it be, financially, your time, everything. So thank y'all so much for spending your time with us. And then I see Miss Gail, who's by far probably one of my biggest cheerleaders, her and Miss Pam, and of course Crystal, always commenting, says, just joining now, was late getting home, glad to see the fire going. Yes, the wind finally settled. It's been windy all day long, relatively chilly, so I'm so glad the wind's not blowing it in the shop like it was when I first lit it. So as soon as we get off the live stream tonight, I think we're probably going to eat by the fire and enjoy it. Let's see. So Crystal says check out Stone Coat Countertops channel. It's funny you mentioned that. I've had a lot of people bring that up this week, and I've been looking at some of their YouTube stuff. Now that's DIY counters. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to pull off the natural stone look that she's dead set that she wants. That may be another option for shop countertops, which I don't need them that fancy. Outside.
To about where you pour everything in, and I've watched videos like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it does look good. I just don't know if I can pull off the exact look you're looking for. And I already know you. You'd be like, I don't really like it after I've done put 5 days of work into it. So we'll see. They do make a pretty awesome product.
If you made like a really shallow pan and just tried, because I know there's a lot of paint and different materials that go in it, and just tried to make, like some samples. Some samples.
Just make her some samples. All right. Well, we may consider it. I don't know. We may consider it. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. So, Wade just jumped on from Southeast Virginia. Says, enjoying all your videos and live stream. Good content and good, clean channel. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the channel. We do try to keep it family friendly, and there's enough junk in the world. We don't need to add any more to it. My goodness, we sure don't. And so, Mr. Doug says, y'all worked with a great cabinet company. Glad it worked out so well. We feel extremely blessed about that, without a doubt. Actually, I seen that the company got on today and started responding to a lot of y'all's comments. So I appreciate them taking time to do that. I had no idea they were going to get on a lot of the cabinet videos and reach out, but they really are a genuine company. I've had firsthand experience in talking with the owner, and they really seem passionate and concerned about their company, about their customers. So I thought that was awesome. They got on their day and started really reaching out and responding to individuals, not to me. They didn't have to do that. The deal was to make one assembly video. We made that.
And it was a blessing. I mean, it really was.
Absolutely was. We got so much better quality cabinets, y'all. We really did. And we don't take that for granted at all. What's in there? Yeah, every time I walk in there, I can tell it's such a nicer set of cabinets. Actually,
and it's not like we're cheap people. We set a certain budget for this house when this all started, and like we've told y'all, it's just been blown out of the water.
Oh my goodness, has it?
It wasn't what I pictured. Kind of cutting price on some things, for our dream home, but we knew in order to do this and make this come true that we had to, financially, restrict some things. So yeah. But
it worked out. It did. We got a much better quality cabinet for a much better price, didn't we?
Yes.
Without a doubt. So we definitely don't take that for granted. Let's see here. I see Mr. Jimmy just jumped on. I'm assuming you're not in the deer stand tonight. If you are, be very quiet. And speaking of that, deer hunting ended here today.
Did it?
Yes.
Is that why we saw deer out this morning?
Yes. Speaking of that, we let Bullet out the camper this morning, I don't know, 9:30, 10, so he can go around the yard, use the restroom, and she sees him slipping off behind the camper, stalking like a cat. There's 3 deer out there looking at him. Hey, man,
Like what?
I see you. And he thinks he's just going to go run a deer down. By the way, he is absolutely passed out by that fire over there. I mean, snoring over there. Oh, goodness gracious. So Baked Noodle says I can pull it off. I don't get me wrong. I think I could pull off the countertops, but you got to look at the time and the investment, and I'm not so sure I can give her the exact look she's looking for, especially being this would be the first time I'd ever do it. But I guess I probably will watch a few more videos on it, because there ain't no doubt I can do it for way cheaper than I can go buy a countertop for. No doubt about that.
In my house?
Yeah.
Oh, not in my house.
Oh, see,
No, I was talking about like the porch.
See, this whole time she got y'all all excited. Yes, yeah, do some samples, do this, that, and the other. And then she says, oh, no, not in the house.
I'm talking about the bar.
You see what I mean? This is why I haven't jumped on the...
I swear, don't make me sound like a diva.
This is why I ain't jumped on the DIY countertops, y'all. I know my wife better than apparently she knows herself.
No, I was talking about the outside kitchen.
Yeah, see, that means you ain't building my countertop.
Not inside, no.
I kind of already figured that. Let's see here. Reading a few more. So, Lou jumped on, says, good evening. Congratulations for the 40K. House is looking amazing. Thank you very much. Awesome milestone. We truly appreciate all y'all helping to get us to that 40K. And we're excited about what this year holds. We don't have a clue. We could be at 45K by December, or you could be 140K. You just don't never know. This is such a wild ride with this social media. All it takes is a video or two to get promoted and blow up. Next thing you know, the channel blows up, or you may ride the whole year and nothing gets promoted or pushed. It's a roller coaster ride for sure. But we've enjoyed the journey up to this point, no doubt about that. And we have no intentions of stopping, because after the house is done, things are just getting started. It really is. We have so much developing we want to do on this property, and we want to bring y'all along for this lifestyle and everything that we're going to get going. So we're really excited about that. And Chris said, don't forget his $1,800 a month rent income. Boy.
That does sound pretty good.
Let's get it in writing. If you get it in writing and commit to it, I'll go ahead and start spending that money right now. Oh, goodness. So Darren and Joanne says, are you still deciding on the inside patio roof? Yeah, kind of am. It's been on the back burner the last week or so while I've jumped on all these other projects, but I'm still thinking about it. We're still thinking about it. We're entertaining the painting it and leaving it alone for now, especially with everything flying back up in price. But painting is a tremendous amount of work and time, energy, and effort, and there's a lot of money in that too.
There was a process you were gonna do. You were gonna try to knock out a few things while you had everything covered up and prep for paint. So you're not really at that step yet.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of leaning toward the paint it. run all the lights and wire and conduit and have it a cleaner look instead of seeing wires going across the porch, and maybe come back down the road, do metal, do tongue and groove pine. We don't know. I kind of want to do the tongue and groove pine inside ceiling, get a feel for that, see how the whole process is, if it's just extremely aggravating, something I want to attempt again, and may wind up doing that to the entire porch, or we may do metal, or we may just paint it and leave it and be okay with that. We're kicking it around. We're still...
That's probably definitely something we'll just wait down the road for, something more permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With everything being through the roof on
Yeah.
cost, the porch is something we can absolutely wait on. Doesn't keep us from moving in. And all we got to do right now is just go put the wire in the conduit, spend a whole day prepping and probably a whole day painting, and you're done. And a few $100 in paint. So we'll kind of see how that whole process goes. So Andy says Bullet is out of it. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, he's gone. I seen him pick his head up once, but it feels so warm by that fire. He is absolutely out. And Terry said he was surprised that she was going for that. You mean the painting of the ceiling, or
No,
the
the
countertops that
yeah.
she said, oh, no, heck no. No, we're not doing those. We're not doing those at all. All right, so goodness gracious, Mr. Doug. Man, seriously?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Doug.
So
Wow.
come on, dude. I mean,
Wow.
golly, we truly appreciate your generosity, but man, that's insane.
I
That's
can't wait
insane.
to get back to him one day.
I know. Get your butt
Yes.
down here and let me take you saltwater fishing
Yes.
and everything else, and get you in front of this camera so everybody else can thank you for your generosity.
Absolutely. Thank
So he
you
says,
so
Mama's
much.
calling in for dinner. You better go eat. We're probably about to light the Blackstone ourselves and get ready to start cooking.
Tell Mama we said hi.
Yeah, tell Mama we said hey, without a doubt. He said, enjoyed talking with you. Have a great night. Thank you very much,
Yes,
Mr. Doug.
it's always good talking with you too.
Always good. And I'm glad everybody else kind of got to chat with you too, because they ask about you every single week. They do. And I know you know that because he watches these live streams back later. He just can't catch everyone, man. That's life. We all have things going on. Just because it's a weekend doesn't mean everybody's off and available. So thank you, sir. Hopefully you enjoy your supper, and get a hold of me. Let's figure out when you're going to come down and do a little saltwater fishing with me, or whatever else you want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll treat you to whatever, without a doubt. So Mike says Cog Hill started building this week. They plan on spray foam, black paint under the whole house ceiling, done and finished. I started watching their videos. I've been commenting on a few of them myself. I watch them when I can. It's just hard to find a whole lot of time. But I watched their first two, putting the post in and then getting the trusses and purlins and all up. So they definitely have a unique thought there. And I've seen several people do that. Leave the inside roof open, spray paint it flat black, and you'd be surprised how that takes your eye completely off of it. You'd have to look up there and realize, oh man, there's spray foam up there. They didn't even finish their ceiling, but that's how restaurants and everybody else do. I don't want a black look in my home like that. I don't want the porch to be that dark, but yes, it absolutely hides everything without a doubt. I'm thinking about painting the porch the same gray as the house. That's a darker color without going black. That'll hide all the screws and nails that are poking through unless you just really look for them. And that'll hide some of the dirt dauber nests and wasp and bugs, and spider webs that get up there too. Now, if you were to paint it white or something like that, oh man, you'd see everything in the world up there.
Right.
Mildew and everything. So I'm thinking a darker gray to kind of blend in with the house will be a good start. And again, if we don't like it, we're out paint and the time it took to paint it, we'll cover it up with something else down the road. So that always gives us the option to go ahead and focus on the rest of the house, get moved in, then we can come back to the porch.
Let me get the Blackstone going. I'm starting to see our breath.
I am seeing my breath. It is getting a little chilly out here. She wasn't kidding. Temperature is dropping. Feels like winter. So Joshua asked, what made me decide on DeWalt as my go-to cordless tool line? What made me decide that was 16 years with the same set of tools. And I used to use them daily for my job back when I owned my own business and started working for a company and then ultimately bought it. Every single day of the week, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, I used a very cheap DeWalt set that never broke on me. After 16 years, I finally had the drill start cutting out a little. All I ever did was just replace the batteries because they wear out and they don't last that long. And all the other tools that we had in the shop at the time, we had a few Milwaukees, but the majority of it was DeWalt. They never broke. They never gave me a problem. Now, I know things change. They're not owned by the same company anymore. Things change, but I am very brand loyal. That's why I keep driving Chevy trucks, GM trucks, John Deere tractors. When something treats me good and treats me right, and I feel like I get my money's worth out of it, I'm buying it again until it starts telling me it's letting me down. Some things have changed. So that's why I have stuck with DeWalt. It has nothing to do with being a fanboy or anything like that. It literally supported me, paid my way off a cheap set of tools that I've had. I still have those tools, by the way. I mean, now they're pushing 17, 18 years old. I'm just brand loyal. If something treats me right, I'm going to keep going with it without a doubt. I actually get asked that quite often in comments on videos. Everybody wants to know why I ain't going with Milwaukee. Why don't you watch Project Farm? He shows Milwaukee's better. It's because the DeWalts have yet to let me down. I bought an entire set of the new 20 volt XR stuff last year. Not a single problem. Everything has worked as it should. I'm just going to keep buying something that treats me good like that. I got to drink something real quick. My throat's getting dry again. So Big Wave Florida says it's golden hour behind us right now. This is what always lets me know it's winter time. It's always a golden sunset in the afternoon. It's just something about the time of the year, where the sun is, but I absolutely love that too. There's nothing I love more than a crisp afternoon like this. Like I said, we're starting to see our breath and those beautiful golden sunsets. This is why we live in the country, right here. So Levi says painting might be the best. Putting anything on there would create a thermal space that could condensate. I've been concerned about that too, Levi. I've actually did a lot of reading up on it. And from people that are much smarter than me that did a lot of research on it, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Most people agree that covering the underside of a porch ceiling does not create the actual dew point where moisture comes out of the air. You have to have a conditioned space underneath. So most people think hot roof, if you close up underneath side, you're going to get water. But everything I'm reading says no, there has to be a major temperature difference to cause that dew point to happen. And when air is coming on the underneath side of the porch, it's staying close enough to the same temperature as the roof. Yeah, the tin's going to be hotter. You don't have that issue. So I did enough reading on that. I feel comfortable that if I cover the underside, I don't think I'm going to wind up with a moisture issue. I really don't. I could always come back down the road and add a bunch of vents in. Don't forget, I'm going to strip it and fur it down, so that will create an open cavity there that air could flow if I ever do decide to vent the underneath side of the porch. So Ms. Gill says the scenic view behind you is a dream. The long shadows on the ground is magical. Absolutely. I love this time of year. Actually, I might kick that up just a little so y'all can see this beautiful. There you go. I love that. I love the tree. I love the sunset. Perfect time of year, without a doubt. So Uncle Tim says, am I still selling firewood? No. I did not get enough put up this year because I focused so much on the house. I've only sold one rack this year. I've had a ton of people ask. I turned down so many people in November when we had a big cool snap. It was crazy. I just don't have enough. I want to protect what I have for me and Tiffany, and I want to let some of it go ahead and season into next year for when we're sitting out there at the house enjoying ourselves. So I always try to make for sure that we have enough first. You just don't never know how these Florida winters are going to be. They could be freezing cold for months, well, for us, or it could be 80 or 90 degrees and you don't burn any firewood. So that's just the way that it is. Now this year I do plan on selling a little more coming up. Honestly, I'm going to need the side income. I'm going to need to make fire pits like this. I'm going to try to make some smokers and cookers, things like that. That's more content for the channel, and it's more side income that really I need to make this lifestyle work. Firewood's going to be a part of that. It's just the house. The house has put everything behind that I wanted to get done. Oh, my throat is dry again. So John says, come up to New York. It was 27 degrees today. Hey, we hit 29 this morning. We wasn't far behind you. And now, during the middle of the day, yeah, it warmed up beautiful. It was actually a gorgeous day here. So Dan says he's been listening, been plowing snow. Woo, not us, buddy. Sorry to hear that. Glad Bullet's doing better. Crazy to think that you're going to finish, finish wood, finishing outside, or finishing the outside. Yep, we're getting there slowly but surely, without a doubt. Everybody keeps commenting on the tree over there. I love it, absolutely do. Cynthia says, what type of powers your Milwaukee framing nailer? I don't have a Milwaukee framing nailer. Actually, the only Milwaukee tools that I own is a circular saw that I bet you I've had for 20 some odd years. It's a great tool. And a router that probably had that long too, that hasn't had any issues. All my framing nailers are pass loads, which every one of them needs to be rebuilt. I don't know why, they just don't last. They're supposed to be great products. Every pass load nailer, brad nailer, frame nailer I've had this year, they've all let me down. They're all on the table to be rebuilt. All my Bostic stuff, which is supposed to be cheap framing nailers and brad nailers, they're all still running strong. They've what bailed me out of keeping this house going right here. I've turned into a big Bostic fan, and I'll keep using them for nailers because, again, they haven't torn up on me. They haven't let me down. Other than, I did have a brad nailer recently not work. I don't think I've ever used it. It's sat in the box for 8 years, and it looks like some of the plastic and O-rings dry rotted. And it was actually cheaper for me to buy a new 18 gauge brad nailer than it was to rebuild the one that I had. But that was just lack of use is the reason that one went bad on me. Let's see. Any news on Starlink? Oh boy, have I been looking at that this past week. So my friend about 30 miles that way got Starlink. I think we talked about this last week. He showed me pictures compared to his DSL that he has out in the country right now. He was getting 2 megabits a second download. Pitiful, absolutely pitiful. That's what we get on Hotspot. He installed his Starlink this week. He signed up before me. He's already got his 256 megabits a second download. So he went from 2 to 256. Insanely fast. Hasn't had any issues with cutting out, but he's one of the only people I know in North Florida that's got it. However, I've heard of 2 or 3 other people around here that's got theirs. So it looks like it really is a first come, first served basis on how they're shipping this stuff out. I'm still waiting. They're telling me it'll be a few more months before I get mine, but you never know. Any day you could get that email that your stuff's showing up. I'm so ready to get it. I'm ready to hook it up to the house. I would love to have Wi-Fi. All right, Miss Tiffany says we're ready to cook. Let me grab the phone real quick. Heading to the Blackstone, the new very expensive Blackstones. I tell you what, temperature's dropping.
It is dropping.
Ooh, I'm starting to get a little chilly. Let me flip this around for y'all. Get over here. Sorry, I'm going to wobble around for a second till I get to the Blackstone. Oh, she's all fancy over here today. Got her gloves on and everything. All professional. Well, you are messing with...
This is very messy. I don't want to have to go in there.
And it's chicken, too. Nobody likes touching old raw chicken. All right, so what do we got going on? Because I know we've got some new people.
Again, we are making Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. Come this way.
All right, yes, ma'am.
Don't get my junk in the background.
We're out here in the shop. People are just going to have to do it. That ain't your junk, that's my junk.
Some of it's my junk.
All right, let me get this drink out of the way before we wind up another Kool-Aid episode.
All right, so I made
Hang on.
egg wash here that we'll dump our chicken in, and then in here I have my flour and my seasonings. I put paprika, Cash's Cow Camp, which is also marinated in the chicken as well.
Yes, Cash, we hooked you up. Cow Camp.
We did Cow Camp today.
Seen everybody talking about that when we first got this going.
Pepper. What else did I put in here? Some baking powder just to make it a little extra crunchy. Onion powder. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and what I did with my chicken is
tell them
I
that.
soaked it in pickle juice, just like the famous, Chick-fil-A does with theirs.
Speaking of, you might as well fry them pickles while you at it.
Oh, gosh.
Heck yeah, that'd be
I got time
appetizer.
for that.
Look, see, she's actually got dill pickles in there and the juice and all. We're going to try to make, I love that pickle taste, man. I love it. So let me catch a couple of comments real quick. Somebody asked, how was last week's cabbage steaks? I want to comment on that because y'all seen what we had last week. We had bacon wrapped real steak. We had cabbage steaks, and what else did we have? Oh, the smashed,
Bacon wrapped,
smashed
potatoes,
baked
yeah.
potatoes. It all looked amazing, but honestly, without a doubt, I'm not lying. The cabbage steak was my favorite part of the meal. It surprised me the most, especially with that sauce that she drizzles on it. Y'all, it was so good. It was so good. Y'all really need to try that. Let's see here. So, deep fried pickles. Yes, I agree. That sounds great. Be an awesome appetizer. Hint, hint, baby. And see here. Somebody asked about Everglade seasoning. Yes, we do use it.
I use it normally all the time on everything that we do, especially on the vegetables.
Yes, vegetables is
But
where we
today
really
I
like
used,
it.
The Cow Camp.
Yep. And I know Cash was talking about sending some of that out. That's popular over in his part of the country. And let's see here. Jay Perrin said buttermilk's good to use to tenderize and marinate chicken. Mm-hmm. We just don't ever buy buttermilk, but without a doubt, that's very commonly used for cooking around here. So Cash says no rabbit food for him. He's a meat and potatoes guy. Come on, man. You got to get some vegetables up in you. Stay healthy.
We're gonna start with these two first.
So somebody asked, what was cabbage steak? So she actually cut the cabbage heads into like thick steak chunks, so it looked like, well, you know, thick pieces of steak. And she cooked it on the Blackstone and some oil, I guess it was.
Yes.
And kind of softened it up there. And then she made a vinaigrette dressing. I don't even know what's all in it that she drizzles over it.
It is spicy brown mustard,
Yes.
red wine vinaigrette, and sugar.
Yes, it is so good. That's what makes the cabbage taste amazing. She drizzled that over it, and basically you cut these, you know, cabbage steak up like it's a steak. It was crunchy, which normally I don't like. I really enjoyed it. It was tender enough, don't get me wrong. It was awesome.
All right, so let me show y'all what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put me a nice puddle of oil. Oh, let me get this ready.
Better get it before it runs off. So we're basically going to
Place that
fry
here.
on the
And I have
Blackstone.
low to medium heat. And I know it's not popping and going like it, you know, would in a deep fryer, but it's going to get nice and hot sitting there.
We're trying to fry on a Blackstone without deep frying. Does the oil matter that you use?
I'm just using grapeseed oil.
There we go. Everybody keeps recommending that, so we picked some of that up. So there you go. That's how you fry on a Blackstone, I guess.
And it's gonna cook kind of slow because you don't want to get the flour too hot and burn as it sits there. And cooks.
Yeah, we got to cook that chicken all the way through. So this is going to be something to figure out. And I hope y'all understand that a lot of these things that she tries, she knows. And some of them we experiment and try just for y'all on this because, well.
Yeah, this is definitely an experiment.
Yeah. I have a feeling
did
this is going to be
watch
fine.
The Wall Twins, and this is how they did it, and it turned out fine.
Yeah. And she also, I don't know if she mentioned it, maybe I missed it, tenderized that chicken, got it nice and thin so to maybe cook a little better on this Blackstone. Because these things come so thick nowadays. Cash said, no cheese, Chris. See, I told you. Well, I guess we could put cheese on at the end. I don't know. But you got cow camp, Cash. So, yes, that is chicken breast, someone was asking. And let's see here. Darren Joanne says, we've got ourselves a small 2-burner version of the Blackstone here in the UK, just waiting for warmer weather.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, they make them all different sizes. Thank you very much, Crystal. Remind everybody to hit the like button. And if you've just jumped on, hey, ask a question. We'll answer it, but we're at the part of the live stream where we kind of do a little cooking and wrap this up. Did you tell them what's over there in the other bowl?
Oh, that is potatoes that we're going to put on in just a few minutes after we get this chicken going pretty good.
And see, we've made it official, y'all. Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do that.
Yep. So Cash says he's got the 17-inch griddle. I've been thinking about getting a small one and trying on the boat. As much as we go on the boat out in the summer, I think that would be awesome. Ralph says it looks yummy. Uncle Tim says everyone have a great week. God bless. He's got to jump off. Thank you for chatting with us. We appreciate it. Oh my goodness, it's actually starting to get kind of chilly here. Whew. I'm sure you're not standing in front of that thing.
Oh, it feels good.
Cane sauce, says Joshua. I don't know if I've ever tried cane sauce. Might be something to consider. So this is kind of working. I'm seeing it bubbling and frying. I tell you what, I keep waiting. I was supposed to have a Lowe's delivery today. They've let me down again, Crystal. You need to get on them. I had to wind up getting corporate involved this week to get my deep freezer. They were supposed to deliver it today. I haven't seen nobody. Get them, girl. So Shauna says she cannot wait for Tiff's cooking channel. I'm ready to get her going on that too. And Joshua says Raising Cane's. It's another chicken place. I don't believe we have one of those around here.
No, I haven't never heard of that.
Big Wave Florida says grouper sandwiches on the boat are the best. And I understand what you're saying there.
All right, some of these don't look very active.
No, I think we ought to bump that on up.
Yeah, I'm going to bump it up.
All right, so a little slow going, y'all. Bear with us. We're going to get you the sound you're looking for. So Kevin says they have a 17-inch with an air fryer. Huh. I haven't seen. I didn't know.
Air fryer?
He says a 17. That's a small version.
Oh.
Speaking of, for anybody looking for Blackstones, Tiffany seen on, what was that, Facebook last night? Killer deal. They're doing the, I think it's the 28-inch one that has the 2 burners on the side with the little deep frying oil pot. Somewhere, I don't know if it's all Walmarts or
It's just some Walmart.
okay.
Yeah.
They had them on sale, marked down from $4.49 to $2.79, I think it was. So y'all need to check your local Walmart for that if you're really looking for one of these. They're having a killer sale right now, but I don't know if it's all of them. So Bo Gator says he's been thinking about making his own Blackstone. If I knew how to get cast iron actually welded together, although I'm not necessarily sure that's cast iron. That's probably just coated mild steel. I guess you absolutely could.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some more grease.
Yep. And Cash says he believes that's Walmart online only. Well, y'all need to jump. No, it actually was in store because somebody posted a picture on Facebook of in store with the big tag over the top, and they were marked down from $4.50 to $2.80. That's the one that we almost got, but Tiffany decided she wanted the bigger cooktop, so we went with the 36 instead of the 28. I really wanted the 2 burners over there so we could cook on the side. I will say the burners didn't look very powerful though, so that kind of turned me off as well. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that looks so good. Smells good now too. Oh, I hope it tastes like them pickles.
All right, so since we're waiting on that, let me see here.
So, I believe Kevin's right. It's probably rolled still on the stuff. I doubt they're doing cast iron. And Malin B says they make a cast rod for arc welding. Yep, I've never tried one. Oh yeah, she's gonna deep fry me a pickle right there. Woohoo! Although it ain't sizzling right there, you're gonna have to move it more toward the heat.
I'll move it. I just had to get some grease going.
I get my appetizer, y'all. My deep fried pickle I asked for. Wow, they are having a killer sale. William says the 36-inch model for $297 right now, and the 28 for $227.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on, how they're able to sell them so cheap right now. And Joshua says the 36 is the only way to go. We agree with you. We thought this was going to be way too big for 2 people.
I didn't.
Well, I did. And we so enjoy the room. I can't tell you how many times we have this filled up too much for 2 people. If you've got a large family, you've got to go with the bigger one, without a doubt. Now, we cook for more than 1 meal. We'll cook enough to eat, 2 or 3 times. Cash says he needs a deep fried pickle also, so if you could put another one on there, that'd be great. I agree. I will put it in the mail tomorrow.
Just gonna add a little bit more oil around the edges of it.
Do your thing, girl. We're figuring this out. Well, you are. I'm just yakking. Chris says we need cheese, nachos, everything else with these sandwiches. But, of course, cheese. And then here we are. Had a couple people recently marry into the family that doesn't like cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what to do.
One's allergic, one doesn't like it.
Yeah, one's allergic to cheese, and we just had a recent family member marry in. Yeah. And my family loves cheese. Like, we're obsessed with it. We don't know how to handle these new people. Jesse says he's got a 36-inch round cast iron grill. That does sound awesome. I've looked at some of the big round pots that they have. I'd love to have one.
Hey, the pickle actually looks kind of good.
I told you. Don't throw the rest away. Make me another pickle.
Okay.
Heck yeah, fry them up. Look at all this grease in the back. Don't let it go in the drain. Might as well do something good with it. So Shonda says, what kind of buns do we have for those big chicken steaks?
All right. So we have these right here.
She went ahead and got the tailgater sesame seed buns.
That's big.
Yeah, they are pretty big, but they're not that big right there. That is not my drink. That's always interesting when you drink somebody else's drink. That is, what is that, sparkling soda water or something?
Yeah.
That kind of caught me for a loop there. Hey, Dan actually made it. He's always talking about always missing these because we do them too early, but he made it. Well, welcome, Dan. Ask any questions you got, but right now we are doing, or Tiffany is doing her version of a Chick-fil-A, I guess, I don't know, dill pickle chicken sandwich. And we're frying on the Blackstone. We're trying to figure this out instead of just dunking them in a big vat of grease. So Levi says, can you choose the temperature or you just got to work the knobs? So yeah, what I got Tiffany is one of the thermal guns over here, and she'll shoot it every so often, but it's very straightforward. Just work knobs, and we'll keep a close eye with that thermal imaging gun or thermometer, or whatever the heck it is. I can't speak. And you can run these up over 500 degrees or down to a couple hundred. All right, Cash, we got your sickles going. This is actually working for frying. So Crystal says cheese should have its own food group like bacon. I 100% agree.
All right, let me peek at these and make sure they're not burning.
I doubt it.
Nope.
I think you can run them a little hotter.
Yeah, they're just right, but they are a little slow. That's okay.
Yeah, so am I.
That one's a little brown.
Oh, Pest Hunter's got a good idea. So that would be awesome with some pepper jack cheese over it.
Yeah.
That would
Hey,
be.
I mean,
And I think we have some sliced pepper jack in there, don't we?
We can add cheese. We can totally add cheese. to
Yeah,
it.
so-
We're not against adding
I'm
cheese.
usually not a big fan of cheese
all.
on my chicken, but pepper jack I love. That does sound awesome. So Mr. Jimmy's asking who's got them on sale for $2.97. That is Walmart right now, Mr. Jimmy. For some reason they're running, sounds like a good sale on all their Blackstones, but we seen one of the big models yesterday with the 2 burners on the side. Normally $450. Somebody posted on Facebook in their store. It was 2 something. So they had a heck of a discount. Whoa, I don't know what just happened. It just said we had 1 viewer on. I said we're about to turn this thing off.
Not.
Now we're back to 179. I don't know what's going on. It keeps flipping back and forth. Kevin says he's allergic to fats, he thinks, because it makes his stomach swell. Yeah, I think that's what it does to everybody. Dan says we should add some bacon grease. Boy, I wish we had some. That would be good.
I had plenty of it this morning with our BLT.
Yeah, we should have saved it. Man, I remember growing up on a childhood, my mom keep a little coffee cup and we put all the, bacon drippings and grease in it. Every now and then take a spoon in there and put some out on the stove and put hair on your chest. So we just had somebody else, Mike, jump on from South Dakota. We've had a few South Dakota people in here tonight. Welcome. People asking about bacon and everything else and cheese. Yeah, I guess you could do this in lots of different kind of ways. All right, we're getting there. Grab my drink here. Here's a quick look around the old dirty shop. And you know what I need to do? That ain't working, y'all. I need to put a little wood on the fire. So give me just a second to stoke this up. We'll go back to the cooking. All right, so this is going to be our view in just a little bit as we watch the sunset and eat these sandwiches. All right, what we got going on here?
All right, we're ready for some potatoes here, and I got some sliced canned potatoes.
No, homemade.
They're easier to work with because they're already soft, and all we're going to do is kind of brown them up to go with our sandwiches. And I just added cow camp and some other garlic seasoning.
We love our garlic.
Paprika, because it kind of helps give it a good brown, good flavor.
So there you go, Cash. Meat and potatoes like you wanted with a bunch of cow camp. Candy sherry bacon, says Dan. I've heard of that, and I don't think I've ever had it, but I have definitely heard of it.
That's not good.
So Big Wave says that wood is not dry. It started crackling right away. Well, heck no, it ain't. I just split some of this wood. But guess what? Once you get a coal bed going, you can burn it immediately. I don't hardly ever have time to let my wood season anymore because she likes to stoke the fire big time. She doesn't have to split it, so she likes to throw it all in there.
All right, I think this one's done. Yeah, I'm going to put it over here so it can get full.
I've got a pickle, y'all. I got an appetizer. So Patrick said there's nothing like a roaring fire in the fire pit. I agree, without a doubt. This isn't roaring, but I can put quite a bit more wood in there, and we can get it going. But listen to that. Love that sound. So Adam says he's still watching, but he's vacuum sealing some chicken breasts in the background. All right, so I guess you got us propped up on the counter and watching away. All right, I can't take any more. Where's my pickle?
All right, here's your pickle.
All right, a Blackstone deep fried pickle, y'all. That's really good.
Is it?
That is really good.
Good.
That's got cow camp on it, right?
Yeah.
I can taste the garlic and salt. That's perfect.
Good.
You gonna do some more of them?
Yeah, I think kind of got a full,
Yeah, you do. That's actually really good. All right, deep fried pickles on the Blackstone. I guess you can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have fried them in butter for me, made them a little extra healthy.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, heck yeah. Now we talking. Toast the buns right there. Yes, sir. This, my friends, is why you get a 36-inch Blackstone. So you can spread out.
We don't have enough room right now.
I know we could use a 4-foot Blackstone. Maybe they'll get to making one of those one day.
I really don't have enough room right now. These are looking nice and pretty.
Yep. I see some more people asking about that cow camp seasoning. Old Cash on here.
Yeah, perfect.
He's hooked us up to it. But ooh, easy. It's basically kind of a salt and garlic mixture with a few other seasons in it. We absolutely love garlic.
All right, I'm gonna see where my temperature is here.
Yeah, about to say, get the old. I think Mr. Doug's done jumped off, but Mr. Doug was so generous a while back and gave us a couple of meat thermometers.
We're at 165 internally.
165? 198? Yeah, that one's definitely done.
180 climbing.
I'm usually a 175 man on my poultry.
180 and climbing.
You got them so thin when you tenderize them, we're good. Now, if that one, leave that one on just a little bit longer.
This one?
Didn't you say it was 165?
Nope, it's 200 now.
You might be going all the way through. But that sounds good. They'll continue to cook once we take them off. So all 180 and above, that is definitely safe for chicken. We'll get them off.
I'm going to turn them down and just flip them one more time. That way they can get a little warmer.
Oh, y'all, this looks so good.
This is perfect.
This actually did work out perfect.
Yeah.
I was afraid they were going to burn before they ever got cooked inside,
Well,
but you
I
did the
burn
right
up
thing.
A little bit,
No, but you did the right thing by tenderizing them. She smashed them with one of those tenderizers till they're about that thick. I think that's the key to cooking on something like this. Otherwise, you burn the outside before you get done on the inside. Ooh, look at this.
Delicious.
That sounds so good. Sounds good. Smells good. Looks good. I'm getting excited, y'all. We get so excited about food. We love our food. All right, I done missed quite a few comments here. Let's see here. I see people talking to Cash about cow camp. People coming over for dinner. Come on, bring it on. And Dan asked, did I miss your service episode on your log splitter? Just found some hydraulic fluid and all. You have not. Actually, I've done changed the oil a time or two. I can't remember if I recorded it. But I'm probably going to go ahead and do a full service on it here before spring, including the hydraulic fluid. Although, I don't think I've put enough hours on it to truly change it. But I really like doing stuff ahead of time. And I will make a full service video with that. Make sure you try one of them pickles now. Man, they're good. That salt and garlic is perfect on those pickles.
Man, it smells so good.
It does smell good and it looks good. I can't wait to try this. So Dan asked, is the siding done yet? No. Where y'all see me stop on the video is where I'm at right there. I'm behind on videos. That's why I've been missing a day a week. We've had so much going on. So basically, as you see the videos come out, it's kind of where I'm at on stuff. It's supposed to rain here coming up Tuesday. Another cold front coming through. So we'll be doing some inside work this week. Cash says he's going to send us some more seasoning, some dry rub. Hey, send it to me. I need to light that smoker up again. I'll be more than happy to do it.
Yeah, so look at our buns
Y'all, you think the buns are going to fit? Oh my goodness gracious. That's a joke.
But that was one chicken breast.
Goes our neighbor.
That was one chicken breast.
Wow, so we can make, looks like about 10 sandwiches out of those chicken breasts. These buns ain't even close.
That's funny.
That is funny. Not even gonna happen. These potatoes look good too.
We are pretty much done here.
Better try you one of them pickles.
Oh yeah, I'll try one.
I'm gonna have to get me one.
Be a table. Alright. These are done. Look that cool. Let me flip these real quick.
Ooh, that thing is still popping, ain't it? Look out now.
And that's on medium to low heat, y'all. Oh, this is good.
Sorry, y'all, I ain't talking because I'm eating. I'm getting them pickles in my mouth. So Dan asked about the countertops. We talked about it a little earlier, but we're still undecided, Dan. We still think we're probably going to go with a solid surface, but we're looking. We actually went and looked at a store last night. We're going to have to keep going and looking at more stores. All right, I think Tiffany's trying one of them deep fried pickles. Well, it ain't deep fried. It's Blackstone fried. Lightly fried pickles.
Oh my gosh.
That is good, ain't it? I like it. Heck, man, we could just thin coat this whole thing with oil and do a ton of them like that. Woo.
All right. We're good to go.
All right, y'all. I guess we are going to wrap this thing up. Looks like, yeah, we've been on well over an hour anyways. I got us around now. Food is well done. And, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to try those chicken sandwiches there. Thank you so much for cooking.
You're welcome.
Thank all y'all for getting on and chatting with us. Sorry if I missed some comments. That's the way it is. I was yakking a lot tonight, eating and everything else. Ask them again if you get on next week. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, at least through winter, we do these live streams. Hopefully y'all enjoy the chatting, the Q&A, and the cooking right there. Yep. Thank y'all for the support, the donations, the likes, all that y'all are doing.
Thank y'all so much for all your support.
It means so much to us.
Yes.
We're going to enjoy what's left of this sunset, this meal,
Fire.
and that fire back there. Y'all have a blessed night. Take care.
Good night.
We'll chat with you later. See ya.